Dr. Apoki, your head no correct. I'm looking like a woman, not so. Yes, this is my wife's dress. I I had brought the clothes I wanted to use to do the recording. I usually come with them downstairs, and we have the same dress with the same material. And I got here. I wanted to change. I found out that it is my wife's dress. I said I must wear it. I'm not going up. I'm going to record with it. What can you do to me? Nothing. That's life. It's my wife's dress. Okay, now my wife's dress. What you go do me now? And I'm looking like a woman. No be so. Okay, but I know be Bobrisky. Okay. Um, Two-Face Idibia and Anne, his wife, they they are making the rounds on social media. The little I know is that Anne met or Idibia or an Anne met when Anne was 15 or so, and they've been together for years. Uh, I don't know how true that is, and that she's passed through a lot of things for him, and then he has separated from her. There are talks of drugs and all that, and rehabilitation. You know, what annoys me about celebrities is that, and marriage in general, is that when people separate, they start saying evil things about each other. You know, I don't think it is necessary. But I just want to, I was traveling from Antananarivo to Morandova. I hope I pronounced it well, in Madagascar. Madagascar is the fourth largest island in the world. And it was a 17-hour journey from 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I can't remember when we landed in Morandova, but it was already daybreak. We traveled throughout the night. In fact, they had to change drivers. And it was such a hectic journey. And I was just alone in the midst of total strangers. There was one guy near me. Immediately he saw me. He said, Sava, that means stranger. And that guy's mouth was smelling badly. And he was smoking. In fact, the smell of the cigarette was better than the odor of his mouth. And I was in this lonely place, traveling very treacherous roads. Then I heard, you are my African queen. Legally, I heard Two-Face Idibia in the middle of around 2 a.m., middle of nowhere. You are my African queen. But it made a lot of meaning to me that I was hearing the voice of a Nigerian far, far inside Madagascar. To hear that this singer of African Queen is separating from his wife, no matter the reasons, is quite painful and unfortunate, but things do happen. Why do celebrity marriages have challenges? Number one, the forces of attraction are usually out of excitement. The girl might be attracted by the fame of the man, the finance of the man, the features of the man. These three F's: finance, features, fame. But the character is not investigated enough. And because the woman is desperate to plug into the fame, the finance, and the features, she will not be willing to scrutinize, and so they jump in. Celebrities sometimes also go for the same thing: the features of the girl, the fame, and the maybe finance and maybe family of the girl, and then fantasy, fantasy. The resultant effect is that what brought them together, the priorities are very, very feeble. I'm just talking with F's. Very, very feeble. Can't stand the stress of relationship, faithfulness. A man should look for the following C's. A woman should look for the following C's. Number one, character. Number two, capacity. Number three, competence. Number four, compatibility. Number five, how do you complement each other? Number six, charisma. Charisma. Then for those of us Christians, Christ likeness. So you must look for those C's. I hope somebody will help me enumerate the F's and enumerate the C's for people, others to benefit. When these things are not there, you have F, failure, then you have C, crisis. So that's how celebrities just come together. And then there's too much acting to please the audience. Acting to please the audience. You want to show love. You want to show you're enjoying. You want to show vacation. You want to show this. Acting to please the audience without really attracting each other to yourselves, knowing yourselves. You don't spend time knowing yourselves. You spend time reaching out to the world that you are enjoying, but your area of contact is very minimal. Your area of compatibility is very minimal. Your area of communication, very minimal. Another set of C's. And so you are not bonding. You are just spreading out. So the resultant effect is that you are like candle in the wind. You burn your relationship from both ends. And because you are advertising yourselves, other flies will be, other females will be attracted to the man. And sometimes other males who are predators will be attracted to the woman. And so there's so much excitement in such marriages without experience. You see, so these foundations are not there. And when a little shaking takes place in the relationship is destroyed. And there are too many counselors, too many intrusions, too many participants, friends, family, foes, and all that. And if one of them is even on drugs or on whatever, the pressure, if you don't have a strong mental capacity, the pressure happens. It's as simple as these ones we are doing. When you go out, there is this excitement. People want to meet you. You finish speaking, excitement. You're in the airport, excitement. So you release dopamine. When you release dopamine, it's worse off with musicians, worse off with other celebrities. You release dopamine. Dopamine is the happiness hormone. And then when you leave there is a drop of dopamine. And you need another excitement. You go to alcohol, you go to drugs, you go to females, you go to whatever. That's why there is this baby mama issue. The women, because there is distance between them and who they admire and the expectation from society, they go to drugs to excite themselves. I'm not saying anything about Two-Face Idibia's marriage. I'm just looking at the breakdown in the marriage and relating it to why it happens with celebrities. I just pray that God will help them and help other celebrities. Now my wife dress her wear. Nothing they happen. I remain Dr. Charles Apoki. I have a webinar coming up on the 7th and on the 8th of February. It is tagged Overcoming Frustration and Stagnation in Life and Ministry and Career. Send the message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. The manager will add you to others who have registered and also add you to the mentorship group. And if you want properties, contact the same number +234 80 21 21 92 62. Please don't show this video to my wife. Anyway, my daughter asked me, Daddy, when you become a grandfather, will you still be mischievous? Will you still be behaving the way you are behaving? I said, yes. I will even be more mischievous because I have nobody to please. Now my life, I dey live. Now my life, as they pain them, they sweet us. As they pain. I am Dr. Charles Apoki.